Hey everybody, happy Solstice. I am taking a little bit of a lunch break at the park, and you can probably hear some traffic going by and who knows what else, maybe some kids in the background. But I thought I would enjoy a few minutes outdoors today because it is beautiful out here. We're having a really beautiful day after a really hot weekend, so I thought I'd take advantage of that. Having a change in season has made me think about what that means. What does it mean for a season or for seasons of our lives? And I was thinking that everything actually has a season. I mean, for example, even my diet has had a season. I certainly don't eat the same way I did when I was in high school. Nor do I care to. I don't really care for food explosions to go off in my belly anymore. So some things have changed, and even my workouts have had a season. And that's okay because it's kind of necessary. Something that happened for me to create that shift of needing to change and think longer term with my workouts happened I think it was in 2000. I went to Thailand to visit my best friend. She was there for 2 years. And we were in a park in Bangkok, walking through this park. So think like the Central Park, only in Bangkok. Huge city, this huge, massive park. And we were walking around this park, and I just had some observations. And at that period in my life, I was a hardcore fitness athletic person. Of course I do some hip hop because I'm also a dance person, but for the most part I was teaching kickboxing and circuits and strength training and cycle, just the most intense classes that you can teach. And sometimes up to 5 a day. And let me tell you, I was in my mid-20s and my body was not happy. I was starting to have some knee issues, starting to have some low back issues. So I'm observing these people in this park. And they're older people. The younger people were all at work. We were there during the week and during the work week. And these older people, like we'd walk a little ways and there'd be a group doing yoga. And then we'd walk a little farther and there's a group doing Tai Chi. And then we'd walk a little farther and there's a group doing ballroom dance. And then there were some people playing tennis. And then another group doing yoga. And it was that kind of activity all the way through the park. And I only remembered one person actually running. And the guy who was choosing to run, keep in mind it wasn't a high-speed run. It was kind of that you might as well be walking type of run. But a lot of exertion that was unnecessary and a lot of pounding on his body. And he had braces on both of his knees. And I just had this flash forward of what could happen for myself if I kept that up. And I had tried yoga before that, but I'd had these frou-frou instructors that, I was like, what is this thing when I tried it? And I absolutely hated it, actually. But I came back with this new set of lenses and thinking more long-term, because not only did they move and do these things, they had this full range of motion in their flexibility, really healthy joints, really vibrant, young, life-like, not life because they were living, but really young and vibrant faces and bodies. And it was amazing. And I thought, that's what I want. And so I started diving in a little bit deeper and considering what I needed to do in order to have a little more balance in my overall workouts. Doesn't mean I've taken out cardio, because I still do cardio. Doesn't mean that I've taken out the hard strength. I just do things differently. I do a little less of that and a little more of the more rehabilitative, or I like to call it prehab, meaning we're doing it before we get injured. So I like to really work on some true core strength, yoga, Pilates, that kind of thing, balance work, anything like that, so that longevity is is good for me and that I can always enjoy an active lifestyle. So anyway, that season of life just continues to change. Those different things happen, and different things kind of make us rethink what we're doing in our overall scheme of life. So maybe this summer is a good chance to kind of reconsider where you are and think about those longer term. How do I want my body to feel when I'm 60 or 70 or 80 or even 100? Who knows? But to really start to program and work toward that as well. Happy solstice, and I'll be back soon.